Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be going through all of my like normal monster Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm a complete Yu-Gi-Oh noob. I used to play like a tiny bit as a kid, but literally just like playground type stuff. I don't even know if we used any of like the summoning rules. It was just like whoever's monster was bigger won. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna go through the cards and like their descriptions and stuff, and then maybe talk about things if something comes to me when I'm looking at the card. This first card is Summoned Skull. I'm starting it because it's like in this. I don't know. I got it. I've picked up all these cards from like thrift stores and stuff. By the way, my all of my original Yu-Gi-Oh cards I like lost at a restaurant one time. But this is Summoned Skull. He's 6 stars. He's a dark type monster. And I know from watching videos that this is a very powerful guy back in the day because he only needed one monster to tribute to get him out. He's a fiend, fiend with dark powers for confusing the enemy. Among fiend-type monsters, this monster boasts considerable force, 2,500 attack, 1,200 defense. So I think this was like the strongest like 6-star monster at the time, and he looks really cool too. I always like when like cool looking cards are actually good or whatever, you know. This next guy, Fiend Scorpion. What a cool dude. 2 stars, Earth type. This is an insect, a huge scorpion inhabited by the soul of a fiend. Usually it holds back, but has untapped potential. So it's got 900 attack, 200 defense. It's interesting to me the concept of like a monster in Yu-Gi-Oh that is holding back. Like it's a normal monster, so like nothing special can happen with it, but like what if he just decided to use his full potential? Would he be like 3,000 attack or something? This is Yoranzo, 4 star, dark type. I like literally just thought that this card's very damaged. So it's like a chest with a dude coming out of it. Zombie. A treasure box containing a monster that attacks any unwary bandit. 1,300 attack, 1,500 defense. So I don't think this card would have seen a lot of play back in the day. Been watching some videos about like the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is Boikoichi, the frightening card. Definitely mispronounced that. Dark, 2 star. He's not that frightening to me. Like he has like an inward face. Like his face is like concave, I think they call it. But he's a machine, a freight car that is exclusively for Dakoichi. It can transport anything, but most cargo arrives broken. So I guess the frightening part of him is just that he's not very good at being a freight train. Attack 500, defense 500. So probably wouldn't have seen too much play. But let me know if you know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! And if any of these cards are like secretly good. This is Queen Bird, a 5-star creature. And it's wind type, I think. Yeah, winged beast. This monster attacks enemies using its huge beak. 1,200 attack, 2,000 defense. I don't think that would be very good either, because it requires a tribute. This is Dark Blade. This is a freaking sick looking card. 4 stars, dark. Look at that dude. Look at that dude. That's like epic. I would have thought this was the coolest guy when I was a kid. Warrior. They say he is a dragon manipulating warrior from the dark world. His attack is tremendous, using his great swords with vicious power. 1,800 attack, 1,500 defense. This would have been like a very good card for me in the way I played back in the day. This is Flying Kamakiri number 2. Kind of scary praying mantis guy. Also pretty damaged card. 4 stars, wind type. Insect, a flying mantis that feeds primarily on insects. 1,500 attack, 800 defense. This is Mystic Clown. I think I had this card back in the day. 4 stars, dark type. Creepy looking dude. He's a fiend. Nothing can stop the mad attack of this powerful creature. 1,500 attack, 1,000 defense. I like the cards that have a description that's like it's unstoppable, but it's just got like 1,500 attack. So like if our boy Dark Blade came out, that would definitely stop this dude. We've got Rogue Doll. There's something about certain monsters that makes me feel like they should have some sort of effect. But this is a light type 4 star. Spellcaster. A deadly doll gifted with mystical power. It is particularly powerful when attacking against dark forces. 1,600 attack, 1,000 defense. That's another thing that like just confuses me about these normal monsters is some of them have descriptions. Like, you would think it would be like stronger against dark type monsters, but since it's a normal monster, I don't think it is. But like, maybe it is. Maybe there's some card that like unlocks the power of Rogadol. We've got Harpy's brother. This is another dude that I would have thought was very, very cool back in the day, because he's red and black. Light, 4 stars, winged beast. With eyes like a hawk and flying speed exceeding Mach 5. This monster is a master of the sky. I love when they like quantify the speed there. 1800 attack, 600 defense. Harpy's brother, very cool card. Urabi, 4 star, and I think that's Earth type. Little T-Rex dude, dinosaur, fast on its feet. This dinosaur rips enemies to shreds with its sharp claws. Attack 1500, defense 800. From what I remember from the videos I've watched, this was also a very good card. Because it came out like super early on, and I guess 1500 attack was like really good at that time. Melkid, the 4-faced beast. Dark type monster, 4 stars. Fiend. This monster has 4 different masks for 4 different attacks. 1500 attack, 1200 defense. Like, I feel like in any other game this would be like, or if this were like an effect card or something like that, each of the masks would do some sort of different thing. But since it's a normal monster, it just does what it do. Flying fish. This is a 4 star. What's that, wind type? Because he's flying, I guess. And he's a fish. 3 wishes are granted to those fortunate enough to see this monster in flight. 800 attack, 500 defense. So once again, like, I feel like this guy should do more. This should be like an effect. Like, what wishes is he granting? But none of that is relevant. He's just a very weak 4-star monster. This dude scared me as a kid, I'm not gonna lie. I am not going to lie. This is Ojama Yellow. 2-star light monster. Tell me how that's light. Tell me how that's not evil. Beast. He's one of the Ojama trio. It's said that he butts in by any means necessary. It's also said that when the 3 are together, something happens. Is that true? Yu-Gi-Oh heads out there, is that true? 0 attack, 1000 defense. This is another one that feels like it should do something. Goblin Calligrapher, dark, 1 star. Fiend, a goblin who devotes himself to mastering perfect calligraphy of the word false. He gives his all to each stroke. 400 attack, 400 defense. So, like, all of these, like, what I don't understand about normal monsters is, like, the 1 star through 4 star thing. Like, there's no benefit to, like, being, like, a strong 1 star, 2 star, 3 star monster, unless you're, like, better than a 4 star monster. But this guy, like, he, like, feels like he should do more, but he just doesn't. This is DD Trainer. It's another, like, crazy looking card. Like, I would have been scared of this as a kid. What is, like, I think DD stands for different dimension. It's a dark 1 star fiend. A poor goblin that was sucked into a different dimension. However, he's doing his best with his new destiny. This has 100 attack and 2000 defense. I think that 2000 defense stat is, like, pretty strong, especially for a 1 star. But like I said, there's, like, no benefit to having a 1 star versus a 4 star. At least that I know of. This is Gaia, the Fierce Knight. It's our first, like, 7 star, like, boss monster type dude. Earth type as well, warrior. A knight whose horse travels faster than the wind. His battle charge is a force to be reckoned with. 2300 attack, 2100 defense. I feel like, from what I remember and from what I've heard, this is just, like, not a super popular monster to use, because there's just, like, way better 7-star cards that, like, require that much tribute or whatever. I don't know, I'm probably saying whatever a lot. This is Ryuran, and I think he's in the same kind of boat. 7 stars, fire. Like, cool looking dude, I guess. I don't know. I thought this was kind of goofy as a kid. It's just an egg. It's like, you can tell that there's something scary in there, but for, like, now, he's just in an egg. Dragon. A vicious little dragon sheltered in an egg that looks deceptively harmless. 2200 attack, 2600 defense. So, like, the defense stat there is strong, but I feel like defense doesn't really, like, matter that much when it comes to, like, the big boys like that. But this, like, island turtle, 4 stars. I love this island turtle art. I think it's really cute. I want to live on the island turtle. 4 stars, water type, aqua. A huge turtle that is often mistaken for an island. I mean, he's kind of both. But 1100 attack, 2000 defense. See, this could be like a good monster because you don't have to like tribute anything, and you can just like put him in defense position and protect your stuff. Here's another Urabi. I think that's how you pronounce it. And here's Kumori Dragon, 4 stars, dark. I remember thinking this guy looked really cool as a kid. He's a dragon, a vicious fire-breathing dragon whose wicked flame corrupts the souls of its victims. 1500 attack, 1200 defense. This is Shining Abyss, another cool-looking dude. Don't know what's going on there. Light monster, 4 stars. A fairy. This monster employs the powers of both light and darkness. I wonder if that's like relevant. Like anybody that knows Yu-Gi-Oh, let me know if any of these cards have like uses, because I know that like certain spell cards can make certain types of monsters relevant, but I don't know if any of that ever comes into play with like the flavor text of a. But 1600 attack, 1800 defense, so that's like not that bad of a guy. United Resistance, 3 stars, and that is a thunder. It's a wind type monster, thunder, like archetype or whatever. I don't know if that's what that like little the thing in like brackets is called. But the people that gather to swear to fight their oppressors, a revolution is coming. Let me read that again. The people that gather to swear to fight their oppressors, a revolution is coming. It's a little bit clunky sentence structure, but this is also feels like it should be doing something, but it's just a 3-star card with 1000 attack and 400 defense. This is Skull Redbird. I'm familiar with this guy because I think it was very, very powerful in the early game. 4 stars, wind. I think it was like part of like the first set, and it had like the highest attack, so that was very good to have. Winged Beast. This monster swoops down and attacks with the rain of knives stored in its wings. Okay, so like are the wings like, so I'm guessing like this part is the wing and then these are the knives, but like the knives almost look like the wings. But anyway, we won't look too much into that. This is Flame Manipulator. This is another guy that I thought had like special powers or something as a kid, but he does not. He's just a 3-star fire type spellcaster. This spellcaster attacks enemies with fire-related spells such as Sea of Flames and Wall of Fire. So maybe there's something more to that. Is there something to these spellcaster creatures? Because it's not an effect monster, but I guess maybe it has some sort of synergy with the spell cards Sea of Flames and Wall of Fire, but I've never heard of those spell cards, so I don't know. 900 attack, 1000 defense. This is another famous guy. Giant Soldier of Stone, 3 stars. Earth type dude. Rock archetype, I guess. A giant warrior made of stone. A punch from this creature has earth-shaking results. 1300 attack, 2000 defense. So yeah, those 2000 defense monsters were really important back in the day as far as I know. So that's very cool in my book. This is Warrior Digreffer. Or Digreffer. He's 4 stars, earth type, warrior. A warrior who can manipulate dragons. Nobody knows his mysterious past. That's sad. I hope somebody gets to know him someday. His arms are crazy, bro. 1700 attack, 1600 defense. So this would have been like another pretty powerful card, the way that I played Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day. Ooh, this is even more powerful. Octiclops. 4 stars, Fiend, Dark Fiend. A one-eyed giant that serves the one-eyed giant that serves the dark ruler Hades. It skewers its enemies with its sharp horn. I'm blowing this one. Shattering them to pieces. 1800 attack, or 1700 defense. Very, very strong card. It's also got like shiny bits to it. That's cool. I think that means it's like rare or something. This is Sealmaster Maisai, which also feels like he should do something, but he's also a spellcaster, so maybe he does do something. 3 stars, dark creature, spellcaster. One of the few people who has good command of talismans. His history is a mystery. Ooh, that rhymes. Wait, who else's history was a mystery? Our boy, Warrior de Griffer. I guess these guys could be mysterious buddies with one another. But anyway, Sealmaster Mai Sai has 1100 attack and 900 defense. Oh, we got Boneheimer! I just heard about this guy in a video earlier. 3-star aqua creature, water type. This monster wanders the seas, sucking dry any creatures it may encounter. 8,500, no, not 8,500 would be crazy. 850 attack, 400 defense. Oh, we got another. This guy looks like he's sucky dry. Yugioh, 4-star creature, water, and he's a fish type. This monster captures other fish with its long tongue and sucks the energy out of him. So I was right. He does suck as well. So we got 2 suckers in a row. I didn't arrange my deck like this. I actually tried to shuffle it, which is probably not a good idea because all these cards are like really sensitive. But this is Peacock. I don't like Peacock. Peacock confuses me. It's a 5-star card. It's a winged beast. It's a wind type. This large peacock that launches its feathers in a lethal attack. I feel like the feathers wouldn't hurt that much. You know, I'd go with my claws. But 1,700 attack, 1,500 defense, that could be good, but it's a 5-star, so you need to tribute something to get it out on the field. I don't know why I'm picking on Peacock, but I don't know why this video exists in the first place. This is Gigatech Wolf. This would be really cool. 4 stars, fire, dude. It's a machine. And an iron wolf with razor-sharp fangs that can penetrate any armor. 1,200 attack, 1,400 defense. So this is another one that like looks really cool. It looks like it should be powerful, but I don't think there's any format in which this would have been useful or a card that you would want in your deck. That's what's kind of sad about some of these, you know, like normal monsters, is just like so many of them are just like dead on arrival. They're just kind of like something to look at, but they would never actually be used. That's why I kind of like them. We got another Warrior de Griffer, this mysterious man with giant arms. We got the 13th Grave, which is a card that I think is cool. Just a skeleton dude, but I thought it was really cool when I was a kid. 3 stars, dark zombie. A zombie that suddenly appeared from plot 13, an empty grave. 1,200 attack, 900 defense. So another guy that like you're like, oh, this is a cool card, but you just never use it in an actual game. Now we got Drooling Lizard. 3 stars, earth type, reptile. A blood-sucking snake in human form that attacks any living being that passes nearby. 900 attack, 800 defense. Not a very strong monster. Now we got, this guy looks like he should be important. This guy looks very important. The Swordsman of Landstar. Look at that dude. 3 stars, earth type, warrior. An amateur with a sword, this fairy warrior relies on its mysterious powers. 500 attack, 1,200 defense. So once again, like, this guy looks cool, but like you'd never use him in a game. Which like, and I feel like there's like a bias in our minds to like, oh, every card should be like useful. And I still feel like I like agree with that, but it's just like not every card can be useful. But I feel like the normal monsters are like the biggest example of like some of these were just like never really even meant to be used. This is Mechanical Snail, dark, 3 star, machine. A cyborg snail that still travels at a slow pace. 800 attack, 1,000 defense. Okay, this is Elemental Hero. Elemental Hero Avian. He's a wind, 3 star. And I do think these have some use. Like, I'm familiar with this whole Elemental Hero. Jesus darn, dude. Okay, anyway, Warrior. A winged Elemental Hero who wheels through the sky and manipulates the wind. His signature move, Feather Break, gives villainy a blow from sky high. 1,000 attack, 1,000 defense. So this doesn't seem like a strong card at all, but like I said, I think there's something going on with all the elemental hero monsters, so I think this could be used for something. I don't know, though. Could be useless. This is another card that feels like it should do something special. Mystical Shine Ball, 2 stars, light. I feel like just like as a kid, I saw that like 2 stars, and I'm like, well, it's worse than a 4-star monster, so it must do something special. But this does not do anything special. It's a fairy. It's a soul of light covered by a mystical shine. When you see its beautiful shape, your dreams will come true. 500 attack, 500 defense. So like for making your dreams come true, it should do something, but it don't do anything. Sad mystical shine ball. This is the Illusory Gentleman, 4 stars dark spellcaster. I think that's what it says. Wearing odd fashions, this gentleman is very fickle. He sometimes saves people and at other times commits crimes. What an interesting gentleman. The Illusory Gentleman. 1500 attack, 1600 defense. He doesn't play by any sort of rules. Sometimes he saves people. Other times he commits crimes. We got Sonic Duck over here. This thing's actually crazy. 3 star. Earth, or no, that's wind type. Sonic Duck. Winged beast, a duck which can walk at a sonic speed. Sometimes he cannot deal with his incredible pace and loses control. 1700 attack is crazy for a 3 star. 700 defense. So I imagine this was printed late at a time where it wouldn't be relevant, but it could have been very relevant if it were printed like way back in the day. I don't know. I'm just guessing at stuff. We got another, giant soldier of stone. Classic guy, my special buddy. Right there. This is the Earl of Demise. I remember thinking this card was so sick back in the day. I don't know why. And I would like try and like use the word demise in sentences where it didn't belong because it was like, that's just a cool word, demise. 5 star, dark fiend. This gentlemanly creature is extremely wicked, feared by man and fiend alike. 2000 attack, 700 defense. See, I feel like this is just like the flaw with like, where'd I put my guy? Where'd I put my summoned skull? This is the issue with all the 5 star dudes, is that like once Summon Skull came out, this like this guy requires the same amount of tribute as this guy, and this guy just has like 500 more attack. So there's like no reason that you would ever want the Earl of Demise, unless you were literally like on the playground or like at your friend's house like I was, and like this was like one of my best cards. Anyway, we got another warrior digrapher with his large arms and his mysteriousness. This is Nin Ken Dog. 4 stars wind. This is a beast warrior. A ninja dog. I would have thought that was very epic back in the day. Who has mastered extreme ninjutsu. Is that a fucking... This is like gotta be a Naruto reference, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm like... But like, doesn't the same people who make... Isn't like Shonen Jump like Naruto? I don't fucking know. Never mind. Just forget I said anything. I'm not an anime person. My buddies Mark and Danny would be making fun of me a lot right now. A ninja dog who has mastered extreme ninjutsu. Through hard training, it learned the technique to metamorphose into a human being. So this is like literally like a furry person. Like this is like you were a dog and now you're a human. Which is not what a furry is. But anyway, I feel like furries would fuck with it. Oh, I love this card. Shining Friendship. 4 stars, light, fairy. Like, such a cute card. I feel like this card should be, like, have something going on with it. But it's just a fairy. And it's the Peacemaker among monsters. Probably not going to see this in your deck, but I would put it in mine just for fun. We got another Warrior Degreffer. This dude was very popular. And whoever's deck I was picking up at Savers. This is Worm Drake. This is a scary looking dude. 4 stars Earth. I would not want to run into a random Worm Drake, dude. Reptile. Once this monster wraps itself around a victim, there's no escape. 1400 attack, 1500 defense. So this probably also would not have been used back in the day. Because I think it just came out too late to be relevant. This is another card that I definitely had as a kid. Beaver Warrior, 4 stars. Is that light type? No, it's earth type. I keep getting the earth and the light confused. Beast Warrior. What this creature lacks in size, it makes up for in defense while battling in the prairie. He's a prairie dude. 1200 attack, 1500 defense. Probably not going to get too much use. This is a card that did get use as far as I know. Spirit of the Harp. It's a light monster, 4 stars, fairy. A spirit that soothes the soul with the music of its heavenly harp. 800 attack, 2000 defense. This is another one of those 2000 defense monsters that were cool. Now we've got Misaki, the legendary swordsman. This is another card that just makes me sad. This guy's cool. I like Misaki. 4 stars, earth. But he's a warrior. Legendary swordmaster Misaki is the veteran of over 100 battles. Then how doesn't he get more than 1100 attack and 1100 defense? Like, there's not a single time in which this man would have seen play. And yet he's been in hundreds of battles. Like, why not bump him up a little bit? Okay, now we got elemental hero Neos. That's 7 stars, I believe. This is a light type monster, warrior. A new elemental hero has arrived from Neospace. When he initiates a contact fusion with a Neospacian, his unknown powers are unleashed. This has 2500 attack and 2000 defense. So this is like, maybe... No, this is better than Summon Skull, but it's also 7 stars. But I think it's part of, like I said, there's an elemental hero thing going on. So I think it's better than like some of these other normal cards. Now we've got Slot Machine, which is another 7 star. I like this guy because he's a slot machine. I've always liked games of chance when I was a kid. Slot Machine, dark, 7 stars. This is another Speed Duel card. I don't even know if I referenced the Speed Duel. I did another take of this video where there was like this insane buzzing in the background, and so I had to delete it. Machine/normal. This machine's ability is said to vary according to its slot results. 2000, 2300, 2000 attack, 2300 defense. So I don't know if there's like a card that goes with Slot Machine, but like just based on the card alone, there's nothing special about it according to random chance. It's just, it is what it is. This has always felt like a fake card to me, but I think it's real. Twin-headed fire dragon, 6 stars, fire. I mean, it's a fire dragon, you would imagine it's fire. And this is a pyro. It's not a dragon type, it's a pyro type. Or pyro archetype, I don't fucking know. 2 dragons fused as one from the effects of the Big Bang. So this is very OG. But there were, okay, let's just go back here. So this is 2 dragons that were fused as one as an effect of the Big Bang. So somehow both of these dragons were around before the Big Bang. And then since the Big Bang happened, they were fused into one. So these are like some OG dragons. Like billions and billions of years old. 2200 attack, 1700 defense. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd play him. We got Labyrinth Wall, which I always thought was like a really good card as a kid. I don't know if people used it. Labyrinth Wall, 5 stars. You would need to tribute something to bring this out. It's an earth card, rock type. These walls form a labyrinth with no exit for enemies. 0 attack, 3000 defense. So I thought the 3000 defense was like really strong. And I think it is, but I just don't know if people use the old Labyrinth Wall. Anyway. We got another Armored Lizard. Another Gaia the Fierce Knight, which is a cool card. We got Great Angus here. I feel like we did this on the first take, but I can't remember if we did it on the second take. But 4 stars, fire type, Great Angus. He looks freaking huge. I don't know. It's hard to like see. I thought there were like buildings behind him, but I think it is just smoke. But he's a beast, a very violent beast. It is always berserk. People say that they have never seen it silent. 1800 attack, 600 defense. So I feel like this would have been a very strong card, but I'm not sure if it came out like after the time where normal monsters were super relevant. And if we did cover Great Angus in this video, I totally just repeated all of that. This is Armored Zombie. Did we already cover him? I don't know. This is Armored Zombie. He's a dark 3 star, and he's a zombie type. This warrior blindly swings a deadly blade. This warrior blindly swings a deadly blade with devastating force. 1500 attack, 0 defense. This is a cool monster. I don't know if it would have ever seen competitive play, but I like the Armored Zombie. I also like the Red Archery Girl. This is one that I had in my original set as a kid before it went missing. And 4 stars, water, aqua. A mermaid archer that hides in a protective shell waiting for the right moment to strike. Attack 1400, defense 1500. I remember this is one of my stronger, like, normal summon cards, but I don't know why. I must have just not had a very good deck. We got another Mystical Shine Ball. Love this guy. We got Hitotsu Mi Giant, 4 stars, Beast Warrior type guy. A one-eyed behemoth with thick, powerful arms made for delivering punishing blows. 1200 attack, 1000 defense. It's another just cool guy that you probably never would have seen in a deck before, sadly. Just because of the sad nature of normal monsters. We got another Skull Redbird. This guy was good, but you probably never see him anymore. Another Armored Lizard. I'm not sure if we've seen Neo the Magic Swordsman in this take of the video. 4 stars light, spellcaster, dimensional drifter who not only practices sorcery, but is also a sword and martial arts master. 1700 attack, 1000 defense. This guy also saw competitive play back in the day. And then we got Robo Yaru, 3 stars. Machine, a warrior fully covered with metal. It upgrades by fusing with Robo Lady. 900 attack, 450 defense. So I think this is part of some sort of fusion summon back in the day. Here we've got my boy, my personal friend, Mr. Volcano. 5 stars, fire type. He's a pyro. This seemingly mild-mannered creature has an extremely volatile temper. 2100 attack, 1300 defense. So, like, as me as a kid, 5 stars, I would have thought this was a sick card, but when Summon Skull exists, nothing is sick. Now we got Sabersaurus, 4 stars. This is a baller card. Earth, and it's a dinosaur type. This normally gentle dinosaur enjoys relaxing in its nest in the prairies. If it becomes angered, it turns terribly ferocious. 1900 attack, 500 defense. That might be the most attack we've seen from a 4-star monster so far in my deck, or in my collection. Now we got Kabazools, 4 stars. It's another speed duel card. Dinosaur normal. What does that say? Water? Is this a real card? This might be fake. I don't know. We'll see. A huge monster in the shape of a hippopotamus. The sneezing from its gigantic body is so fierce that people mistake it for a hurricane. 1700 attack, 1500 defense. This is a pretty good card. We got another Warrior de Greffer here. This is probably the most common normal monster in my deck, or in my collection. We got another Island Turtle here. Ah! We got another Komori Dragon here. Very cool guy. I like him a lot. Ooh, here's one of my faves that also, I don't think, at least in the Western version of the game, ever saw any play. Celtic Guardian. I think this is like one of Yugi's cards. Yugi, our boy Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! 4 stars, Earth Warrior. An elf who learned to wield a sword. He battles enemies with lightning swift attacks. 1400 attack, 1200 defense. Just a cool guy. He's just kind of chill like that, you know. Aqua Mador. From what I know, this is also used because of its 2000 defense. It's an Aqua 4-star. Or no, Water's 4-star spellcaster. A wizard of the waters that conjures a liquid wall to crush any enemies that oppose him. 1200 attack, 2000 defense. Oh god. Hayo Zanryu. This guy's cool. I've always liked this monster. 7 stars, kind of like a seductive dragon. Just kidding. But look at, wait, no. Can you see? I promise I'm not weird. There's a little bit of like playfulness in that face. Anyway. I'm ruining this video in this last second. A dragon created from a massive diamond that sparkles with blinding light. 2100 attack, 2800 defense. So I don't know if it'd be worth it for that, like, because I feel like with these big monsters, you want the big attack number, but it is good at defense, so I don't know. We got Empress Mantis here. This is a 6-star card. I think all these 6 stars ended up in the back. There's another Earth. Kind of a scary but beautiful card at the same time. This is a speed duel card. Insect normal, queen of an army of giant mantises whose command moves legions. 2200 attack, 1400 defense. So once again, this thing's competing with Summoned Skull, so I don't know if it's getting any play. Steel Ogre Grotto, number 2. This is a 6-star boy. It is Earth, Machine, a mechanized iron doll with tremendous strength. Yeah, I couldn't even like see what that was from the image. I still don't even know what that is. But anyway, hi Steel Ogre Grotto, number 2. Another Shining Abyss. Oh, sweet. Okay. Dragon Dwelling in the Cave, 4 stars, Earth type dude. This card's very damaged. Dragon. A huge dragon dwelling in a cave. It is horrible when it gets angry. Although it is usually quiet, it is said to preserve certain treasures. I definitely had this card as a kid. 1300 attack, 2000 defense. So another one of those 2000 defense creatures, but I'm not sure if it was around at the time where that was really important. LOD, I think that's Legacy of Darkness. So, yeah, I don't know. Another Shining Abyss. And my favorite card at the end, or a card that deeply confuses me, is Aitsu. It's 5 stars, it's fire. So you have to tribute a monster to bring this out, and it's a fairy. He seems to be very unreliable, but he might have incredible potential. And it has 100 attack and 100 defense, which is awful. It would be really awful for 1-star creature even, and it has no effect. So if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh person, let me know if this card had any purpose, because it just seems very confusing. I also had this as a kid, and it has always confused me. But anyway, that's all my normal monsters. I don't have anything else, but let me know if you'd like me to go through any of these other cards. Like I said, I don't really know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, but I just like the cards. They just feel good in my hands. I like to look at the little pictures and stuff. So anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Yu-Gi-On. That's a good outro. That's not a good outro.